Alright, we back. It's your boy Clips the General. You already know what time it is, man. We got a video from the No Fugazee Podcast. The title of the video says age gap is immoral. So we're gonna see what they're talking about. Let's get into it.
What's the youngest you guys think you should date age? Like what's at your age now, what's the youngest you would ever date?
45?
Generally speaking, I think 18. Why not?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're joking.
You said the youngest legal. She's legally.
You're joking.
She's legally of age.
Was that for everybody?
Yeah, we starting off hot. We are starting off hot, boy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm 39. Granted, I am engaged and all that, but if I was, you know what I'm saying, single on the market and all that, 18? No, sir. We don't got shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. That's just me personally. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't see myself doing it. The youngest, I'd probably say at least maybe like 10 years, maybe 29, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But 18? Hell no. Fuck no.
18.
How old are you?
I said, generally speaking,
No.
any age.
He's 40. So
I ain't 40.
he would date
He's not 40.
I ain't 40. But at the end of the day, an 18-year-old is legal.
An 18.
How is what's wrong with that?
Did we not see how the Shannon Sharp situation played out?
I mean, me
Well,
particularly.
he was messing
wild
with
out.
a slur
She was 19.
that had ulterior motives.
Because it's legal doesn't
Meek
mean
is
you should
right.
do it. You need to just like digest that.
Okay, so then what's wrong with it? If you shouldn't date if a man is 30 years old, why shouldn't he date a woman that's 18? Explain. Who want to go
I'm
first?
coming from experience. When I was 18, I mean, I was a pharmacy tech. I started talking to the pharmacist who was 30 years old. And looking back, that was super inappropriate. Like, I think that was an overstep on both of our accounts, but more so on his.
I find it funny that, right? I always found it funny that women that dated much older men when they were younger, they find that shit is fine when they doing it. But then when you get older and you're single and those men that are supposed to be dating you start dating people younger, now it's a problem. That's what I found. I found that a lot of women think it's a problem now because they're single and those are the men that they feel should be dating in their age gap, but they're dating younger. That's what I tend to see with that. But, you know, that's just my opinion.
Part because I was fresh out of high school. Like, this was a job that I was,
So essentially you're saying that he took advantage because you were younger?
I'm not saying he took advantage, but I'm saying the maturity level that I was at and the maturity level that he was at are so vast that there's nothing that we should have.
So you think that the maturity level has to be equal between men and...
Not necessarily all that equal, but closer.
But wouldn't you say that there's 30-year-old men that's immature? So if a 30-year-old man is immature, does this
Make it okay.
make him... Is he qualified to date a 18-year-old?
It's not just that, but as far as them being legal and then actually knowing, like they have to experience life a little bit. I feel like, I mean, and that you're right in that aspect.
Oh, well, I could use the same
people
argument.
Are very grown for an 18-year-old and stuff like that. And I get that. But still, I don't.
So here's the thing. You're really not saying anything that's wrong then, because if it's the case, if you're bringing up maturity and experience, well, maturity, a 30-year-old man, he can be immature.
Yeah.
And if his maturity level can match up with the 18-year-old, but you said that, you still wouldn't accept that man that's 30 dating the 18-year-old. So that excludes maturity. Maturity doesn't make it a qualifier.
Right.
And even if you're speaking about experience, well, it can be a 30-year-old man that doesn't have a lot of life experience, right? He's just kind of had a coddled life, but he's dating this 18-year-old. But you would still say, well, No, you still wouldn't want that 30-year-old man to date the 18-year-old because it's just not right. So then that excludes experience and maturity. So then what's the reason of why it's actually wrong for a 30-year-old man to date an 18-year-old woman?
I think I would say discernment from someone who dated someone like.
Speaking of Mike for me too.
I would say discernment because I, personally did date someone like you said that was I was fresh out of high school too, and he was older than I was he was older, probably in his 30s at the time. I think it.
What do you mean by discernment? Meaning that the 18-year-old couldn't make good judgment?
I think that we do have cloudy judgment.
First and foremost, if we're gonna be all the way a buck, or we're gonna keep it all the way a stack, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't believe a lot of women make good judgment decisions no matter what age they are. I'm just saying. I know some women right now that's 40 making fucked up decisions. So you don't really have an argument there as far as discernment and not being able to make the right decision or whatever the case may be. You don't really got an argument there, sweetheart.
It's like it's like having like bar head, like when you're drinking and everything just seems so right.
Okay, so I got a question for you. If that's the case, then why is it that when you're 18 years old, you can vote? Because if you can vote, think about it. You got to think about it logically, right? And see if you're logically consistent. If the claim is a man that's 30 years old dating a woman that's 18 years old, it's wrong. You have to justify why it's actually wrong. Now, if you're saying that, well, the 18-year-old doesn't, you said the word what? Doesn't what?
I think I said discernment.
Doesn't have discernment, can't make good judgment.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying the levels of discernment that a 30-year-old will have versus an 18-year-old is different. And in a political view, you're basically saying, why can't this person choose between this candidate and that candidate? No, you very well can sit down and research and develop your ideology. You can do the same thing.
Okay, and the same thing if you're dating someone. Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is a person that's 30 years old is going to have a level of discernment that an 18-year-old will not have. That's the point.
Totally fine.
Honestly, I believe that they're making the argument. It's not a legal argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all know 18 is the legal age of consent. Like, you're considered an adult at 18. I believe that they're making an argument for, like, I guess like the consciousness of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she young. You shouldn't be really be fucking with her. But if we being honest here, this is nothing new. It's nothing new. This shit has been going on forever. Cause I remember when I was in high school, I remember chicks that was 16, 17 fucking with niggas that's 27, 28 type shit. Pardon me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's nothing new. I thought it was weird back then. I still think it's weird now. You know what I'm saying? I still think it's weird now. It's not my personal cup of tea. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, it's not illegal. You dig what I'm saying?
But if it's the case that an 18-year-old, because I'll do the same questions with her, if it's the case that the 30-year-old has the same level of discernment as this 18-year-old, which we know that's the case, this is something that could be real, right? There's some 30-year-old men that really can't make good judgment like there are other counterparts of 30-year-old men out there because they're just maybe inadequate, lazy, or maybe have low IQ. Who knows what it is? But if it's the case that the discernment level matches up perfectly with the 18-year-old, then is it okay for the 30-year-old to date the 18-year-old?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to pose this with another question. Can your 18-year-old bring a 30-year-old male to your house?
Can a 18-year-old
Fuck to the no. Fuck no. Not in my house. Hell no. Fuck no. Hell no. But again, that is just me. That's just me. That's not, I can't speak for nobody else but me. But I say fuck no. I wish my daughter would bring a third man. I might fuck around and go to jail.
Partner and spouse.
And my son as well. That shit, fuck no, because I'd fuck him up too.
Make
daughter
it
bring a
sense.
30 can your 18-year-old daughter bring a 30-year-old man to your house and say, hey, dad, I'm dating this man. He's courting me. I like him a lot. I could possibly marry this man. Submit,
Yeah.
obey, duties, all of that to this 30-year-old man. How would you?
You asking me?
Yes.
I'll answer your question. So with me, I would say that I would be in the courting process. I got 2 daughters. So I would be involved in the courting and dating process of who's going to be dating my daughter, right?
So she could date.
I'm glad
So
you
she
think
can
so.
date a man. So if it's, I would say yes. If the man, if I happen to come across a man that is a good man and I use my discernment and met the man and spoken to that man and he seen what family he came from, what religion he has and all of this, if it's a good fit for my daughter, totally fine. The age wouldn't matter as far as the 30-year-old and 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't matter if you were.
But the question isn't on me because I don't
not
think that it's
necessarily
wrong.
you.
The question will be posed to you because you think that the 30-year-old man dating the 18-year-old woman is wrong.
And he has a point there because he actually, being that he actually is okay with dating someone that young, it really, I don't believe it. You can ask him that question. You dig what I'm saying? Because if he's willing to date an 18-year-old and he's in his 30s, obviously, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't see any issue with his daughter bringing home a fucking 30-year-old dude at fucking 18. I mean, listen, man, different stroke for different folk. I think the shit is weird, but that's just me.
And by wrong, you mean immoral, right?
I think it's unethical. I think
Unethical,
it's a
so
difference
immoral.
No, unethical is basically, ethics is really what plays kind of in the workplace. So when she was saying that was like inappropriate, I can understand why. It's because
Yeah, but if you peel back the layer to ethics, then it's still going to go to morals.
Yeah, the definition is not morally correct.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
unethical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the definition.
Like I was saying, so the point that I'm trying to make is I'm not saying that relationship is necessarily wrong. What I learned from being in a relationship like that is that he was more controlling, right? He tried to manipulate me in ways that now that I know what I know now wouldn't have necessarily been okay with my father.
Yeah, but
most, and I just want to draw this
go ahead.
home,
Yep.
most fathers aren't in their daughter's courting process.
Yeah.
Like, right? Traditionally,
True.
let's just be completely honest. You're not, when you're talking to someone or sharing messages or showing interest with someone, you're not going to your dad and say, Dad, I'm interested in this person. You're usually going to see if you're interested in that person first. And
If I'm being honest, that's kind of part of the problem. That's kind of part of the problem. And only because, and I say that because when women are interested in men, they're like, it's like they turn off half of their brain. Like, and I'm just being honest. They turn, and it can go the same way for men. You know what I'm saying? When you're interested in somebody, you kind of turn off half of your brain. It's like you get stuck in this goo goo gaga shit. You know what I'm saying? You get just, you be lost in la la land. Like, oh, they're so cute. And oh, they're this and oh, they're that. And oh, I like them and blah, 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 blah. You miss all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You miss all the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? If you did insert your father into, you know what I'm saying, your courting process, he could be able to pinpoint probably some of the bullshit so you can, I guess you can not deal with a lot of the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, down the line when this motherfucker decide to show who he really fucking is. You dig what I'm saying?
then you're going to move on to however that plays out.
yeah, I get what you mean. But my refutation for that argument would just be, well, she could be with the 18-year-old boy her same age that's controlling as well.
I agree.
True.
Yes, I was just saying personally what he.
Yeah, I know you're speaking about your anecdotal situation, so that's
And I think
different.
some people would
Yeah.
relate, like, right? I don't
So-
know what her experience was, but there's just differences in an 18-year-old and 18-year-old relationship, on maturity levels, on discernment levels that would pose a red flag.
But the thing is, that isn't a justification, and it's not a good reason, because in this world, a woman that's 18 years old, she can vote. A woman that's 18 years old, she can drive. Actually, in some states, she can drive before she's 18, which means that if you're using, maturity, experience, discernment, in society, we already grant that an 18-year-old woman has the ability to have discernment, to be mature enough to vote. Literally, they're voting in presidents that's going to pass certain laws and gives us certain rights. So if they're legal to do that, they're not legal to date a man that's 30 years old. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense.
But again, then I don't believe they're arguing the legality of it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they're not arguing the legality of it. They're arguing that it's fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much what it boils down to. I don't believe any of them brought up like it being legal or illegal. They just brought up, you know what I'm saying, they don't feel it's right. You feel what I'm saying? But again, I get his argument. You know what I'm saying? Shorty legal, 18 is legal. We all know that. But it's different stroke for different folk, I guess.
No, you're saying that it's immoral. That's what I'm saying. It's unethical. So if you're saying that it's immoral, meaning that it's wrong, it's not good, it's bad, this would mean that, well, it's bad for an 18-year-old to vote, it's bad for an 18-year-old girl to drive, it's bad for an 18-year-old. Like, you can use all of these reasons to dismantle all of these rights and laws that we have that we give women.
Just because
I don't agree, but that's okay.
You don't gotta agree, but your logic agrees is what I'm saying. Like, if you are staying logically consistent, then the logical entailment would be that, well, maybe we need to question these 18-year-old women voting. Maybe we need to question these 18-year-old women driving. Maybe we need to question all of these things. That's what the logical entailment leads to.
Well, I think that's how you're gonna drive it home, but
not driving it home. You drove it home. I'm pointing it out.
Like dating a man, right? Like, operating a vehicle is like totally different. Like, it's not that headspace.
Operating a vehicle can kill you or kill someone else. And actually, when you're 18, insurance rates are higher because most 18-year-olds get into car accidents. So actually, it's not a good thing for those 18-year-olds to be driving a car. But it's not okay. But somehow you fathom that, well, it's very bad if this 18-year-old dates a man that's 30 years old, but it's okay for her to drive and to vote the next president in.
Yeah, no, I didn't use those terms. I never said the word bad, but I know you're gonna.
When you say unethical, you are saying, when you peel the layer back, you are saying that it's immoral. You're coming from a moral perspective, so you're saying that it's bad.
And I know, Google the definition. But
all right, so you giving what do you mean then?
Well, like I said, from personally going through the experience, and I think you should talk a little bit about it more too, because it wasn't just me at this table who kind of agreed to that fact. I just think that
you're not in a hot seat. This is just a debate right now.
Good. And debates are good. They're healthy. I think at your age, if you decided, whatever, erase everything that you have going on in your life right now, and not the kids, but the kids, just say you didn't have them at this point in your life. I don't think you would be. And I don't know, but maybe I don't think that your first conquest or interest would be in the 18-year-old unless she literally came and flabbergasted you and checked all of your boxes.
I'll tell you this. Generally speaking, men, we're not complicated creatures when it comes to dating at all.
That's also true.
We're very simple. And our attraction triggers are tied to our reproduction triggers as well. And we this is why men happen to like the small waist and wider hips, because wider hips, it signifies that the woman can have a more successful birth because the canal there can stretch out better than the more thinner hips. So, and this comes from our biological proclivities and tendencies to be attracted to certain things within a woman, from her physical features all the way up to her mentality and her character. So what I'm saying here is, well, no, men would be okay dating a woman that's 18, even if he's 25 or something like that. We're not going to be repulsed from it. We would actually be attracted to it, and it would be natural. It isn't anything wrong with that, because this is what our biology tells us to do. And not only that, when you're 18, get with her young, she can give us more babies. She's very fertile, right? We're attracted to youth and beauty, right? So it's like, it isn't anything wrong with that. like actually like immoral, bad. Now, I do think that in society, we created some, and you know what? Truthfully, I think that women tend to have a problem with it is because, especially the single women, you know, tend to have a problem with it is because they know that those young chicks are stealing options from them. So I think that it's,
And that's exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly what I said earlier when the other chick brought it up. I truly believe that is the outrage of it all when it comes to certain older women. I believe, again, that's just my belief. You feel what I'm saying? Granted, I still think the shit is kind of weird. I still think the shit is kind of You know what I'm saying? It's not illegal, but I still think it's shit kind of wacky. But that's just my fucking opinion. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and just end it right there. I'm gonna drop the link in the description, and I'm gonna drop the link for the original video so y'all can go ahead and check that out. But again, like I said, is it illegal? No. Do I fuck with it? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But listen, different stroke for different folk. You do what you do. Shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But yeah. But before y'all go, I'm gonna need you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all that good shit. You already know what it is. It's your boy Clips the General. I'll catch you on the next one.